Hello, boys and girls and cougar parents. Today we are going to take a look at ratios and variables. This is a very practical use of ratios in real life. We'll take a look at we have a job and time chart, and you'll see that there's different jobs with different times and different amounts of money that will be earned. But there's also some unknown amounts of money that will be earned for designated time allotments. So we'll see how ratios are very, very practical. Hello, boys and girls and Stingray parents. Today we're looking at ratios and variables. This application of ratios is very practical. We can use setting up equivalent ratios, also known as proportions, to help us find unknowns. For example, if we have a chart here with a lot of data missing, you might say, okay, it tells us we have the amount of time over here in hours on the left-hand side, and then the jobs being performed, then how much money you can earn. For cutting lawn for 2 hours, you get $19. For mulching a flower bed for 4 hours, you get $27. Well, let's see if we can figure out what these unknowns will be. And we can do that by setting up ratios. And we're assuming here that all of these ratios or rates are in proportion to one another. That means they're equivalent to each other. And when if the hours change, the rate of money that you're going to earn will also change equally. And if you don't quite understand that, let's walk through some sample problems. For example, we're told it's hours and dollars. Those are the two pieces of data that we are comparing. So we'll have hours up here, and you could do it the other way, and dollars earned. Okay, it's hours to dollars. So let's try plugging in what information we do have. If we have 2 hours of working, specifically cutting the lawn, that will earn us $19. So here we have hours, and here we have dollars. Well, the question you may ask yourself is, well, what if I work 3 or 4 or 10 hours? How much money will I make? Or if 1 hour? Well, let's find out our unit rate here. Let's plug in 1 hour. And the question is, here's our variable, here's our unknown. What will we make in 1 hour? Well, there's a little tool that we've used in the past. It's called, or a strategy called cross multiplication. Usually it's for when we have two fractions and we want to know if they're equal, we multiply this denominator by this numerator and then this denominator by this numerator. And if our products are the same, then our fractions are the same. Well, we're saying that these ratios, we want these ratios or rates to be the same. So in order for that to be, we're going to multiply through and figure out what x is based upon that premise. So we take 19 times 1 hour, $19, and 19 times 1 is 19. That was difficult. And then x times 2 is 2x. So we multiplied those two and got that. We multiplied these guys and got 2x. Okay, now we have an equation. Let's see here. And we want to isolate the variable. We want to find out what x is. How many dollars you'll earn for 1 hour of work. Well, x is being multiplied by 2. The inverse operation of that is divide by 2. And what we do to one side of the equation to keep everything equal, we must do to the other side. And so this is x, and 19 divided by 2 is going to be 9.5. 9 plus 9 is 18. 1/2, or 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1. 1 and 18 is 19. So this is $9, $9.5, or $9.50. So we can plug this right in here. This is going to be $9.50. Now, if we wanted to solve for the rest of these times here, we could just, substitute. We could keep 2 hours over $19 is equal to, we could say, 3 hours, and x. And if we multiply this, we would find out what 3 hours of cutting the lawn would be. But you know what? Since we already know our unit rate is 1 hour, guess what? We can just say 3 hours. If 1 hour is $9.50, 3 hours would be 3 times that, and 4 hours would be 4 times that, and 10 hours would be 10 times that. So 10 hours would be $90.50. Let's see if we can find our unit rate for the mulch over here. I might have to slide this up a little bit. Okay. So once again, what information did they give us? Well, we're comparing hours to dollars. The hours they give us are 4 hours. The amount of dollars that you'll get for 4 hours of mulching is $27. And let's figure out what it would be for 1 hour of mulching. That's the question. So we know 1 hour is here. What we don't know is how many dollars that will earn us. Once again, we're going to cross multiply. 27 times 1 hour is 27. And then x times 4 is 4x. So 4x is equal to 27. Once again, let's divide by 4 because we want to isolate the x. What's the opposite of 4 times x? Well, it's 4 times is divided by 4. And what we do to one side, we must do to the other. I'm going to go over here. We want to know x is going to be equal to 27 divided by 4. We know that 4 goes into 27 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24. We get 3 as our remainder. We put a 0 here. 4 goes into 37 times. 7 times 4 is 28. We subtract. I have to slide this up. And we get 2. We bring down another 0. 4 goes into 25 times. 5 times 4 is 20. We have no remainder. We're done. $6.75 an hour. So there we have it. There's our answer. X is equal to $6.75. And once again, we could go through this systematically, setting up proportions for $27 to $4 as X dollars is to $3, or we can use our unit rate and say, well, if 1 hour of mulching will earn me $6.75. 2 hours will just be 2 times that. 3 hours should just be 3 times that. And we can go in and fill in the rest of our chart. But there you have it. The way we get started is by setting up these equivalent ratios or proportions, but we have one piece of data missing. Okay? And we can use cross multiplication to give us an equation, and then we isolate the variable to find out our desired amount of money. There you have it. I hope that was helpful. We'll practice some more. Bye-bye.